Why are you doing that? Where are you doing that? What is wrong here? This cord no good. This cord no good no more. What? Something is wrong here. Why are you acting up? You are acting up and I am not pleased. Okay. I am not happy with that. Why is cord acting up? I guess I get another one. Because this one isn't doing what I want. Maybe the red one will work. The cords don't want to work. What's going on here? What's happening? Uh-oh. No. What's up, T.I.? I don't really think it does have a name yet. I'm just looking at it. Doesn't really. Ay, 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 ay. Yeah. To what? Not playing anything. Yeah, I'm all alone, Chief Handler. Sorry, the power went off. Where do I live? California. I'm bored now. And my wife made me something to eat. So, pardon me for eating, but it will only stay warm for so long. But I didn't really come on to Talking about gang stalking, I just came on to annoy people with my guitar for a while. Um, I used to just sit here and draw all the time. Um, but that got ruined for me. But then you know how gang stalkers do. It seemed that everything I was drawing, they were doing something with it. And um, I, I don't know. We all know that they're big on taking people's intellectual property and ideas or whatever and running with them. And making you look like, you know, the bad guy somehow. Um, I don't really care what your talent is. If you write, you're a mathematician, you know, something, whatever, scientist, whatever, athlete. They try to exploit you and your abilities, and or try to make light of those abilities, like people like this chief handler asshole who always talks big about how he has so much money and how his son has accomplished more than you ever will. That's his spiel. But in reality, I can see him. He's probably 19 years old, living in his mom's basement, screaming up for a juicy juice right now. Because for having a job that he works at and makes 6 figures a year, he sure spends a lot of time on here talking shit to people. And the reality is it's never anything different. It's always the same bullshit that he says. So, yeah, as it goes like that anyway. The gang stalkers are all repetitive with their bullshit. I presume that one day, like pretty soon, maybe, YouTube is upgrading their terms of service. I will hope they include something in there regarding harassment to do with this rampant stuff going on like it does. With all these trolls. And I call them trolls, but we know they're gang stalkers, perps, whatever, flying monkeys, whatever your name for them is, bees, whatever. I don't care. My term is they're shitty people. I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. Call them something they're not. They're shitty people. Who have nothing better to do than steal from others, exploit others, demean others. You know, that's their thing, right? That's their thing. So, like I said, I'm rolling a cigarette. Rolling me a cigarette because we're broke. I'm broke for the rest of the month. So I'm using booglers and tobacco. Tobacco, see? Tobacco. Not weed. Not weed. I'm not smoking the weed. Not doing any drugs. Just smoking old nasty cigarettes. Well, if you want to imagine that I'm smoking a big fat doobie, that's fine. I don't really give a shit. I've came on a few times and extended the link to come in and chat with me, but I haven't had anybody come in to chat since the last time. I think I had a glitch show up and he came in and chatted with me for a while. We had a pretty good conversation about gang stalkers. But as I was saying, I used to, you can look at my earlier videos from when I first started this channel. I have an old channel that I don't use anymore, haven't used in a long time, that I was actually making videos of my music with actual backup and drums and whatever, but I'm not doing that anymore. But I used to spend all my time drawing, and I don't do that anymore. But you can look at some of my older videos and see me spending a lot of time with the pen in my hand and a little drawing board. But I'm not doing that anymore. I haven't done it in a long time. No, I'm sure I have more friends than you do, Chief. Just none of them live within 1,000 miles of me. Well, I kind of like that comment from Brian here. Yeah, yeah, that's Queef Handler's job here. See what I mean? Look, look at what this douchebag says. What's schizophrenic? Schizophrenic. What the hell is that word? Schizophrenic. But anyway, um, he or should I say she? It's probably a she. Makes the rounds in all kinds of other targets channels, making these comments. He seems to think everybody's schizophrenic. I think he's delusional, paranoid. He seems to think everyone's on drugs too. Well, that is the case right there. You hit the nail right on the head with that. The repetitive reinforcement using the tactics, which can be explained away to the casual observer as nothing happening, and the gaslighting in that. Um, it's not going to change. No, you should look in the mirror and mock yourself then, because you're feeble. You're pretty feeble with that shit. Yeah, it does do that. When you even mention what's happening, they glaze their eyes, glaze over, and you don't want to hear it. I know, but then you've got this guy that makes it all too you know obvious with the same feeble rhetoric that he spews in everybody's channel. That's just it. It's not just one person who the the handler goes around to. He goes to everybody's channel spewing the same crap about you're schizophrenic, you're paranoid, you're on drugs, you have no friends, you're a loser, blah blah blah, that he's superior to you. I mean, look at his name. Chief Handler is superior to you. So he thinks he's superior to everyone, obviously, because he doesn't indicate a certain person. He just says you, as in no matter who he's talking to. No, you represent the obvious. You don't point anything out. It's obvious to me you don't have much of a life as you contend. You are not even superior to me. You're a worm. But anyway, ELF does have a lot to do with it. With extreme low frequency. Torture the victims into near incoherency, where the government contractors then capitalize off the mistakes of poor decisions they force their victims to make. Yeah, you have to be mindful of your actions with these people because they try to gaslight you. That's their thing. They gaslight you into making bad decisions like lashing out, having an emotional reaction. That's what they want. That's what this guy wants. But anyway, yeah, um, it's not going to change. These people aren't going to ever grow up. Always with the same type of stuff here with this guy. Condescending behavior. Well, I probably worked longer than you have been alive. Hello, Tip. How are you today? Um, Post that up there too. And I think everybody here could ask you that same question. But I haven't got a axe to grind there. Um, they they're really repetitive with their stuff. You all know that. It's the same. This if you experience V2K, you know that it's constant, the same crap all day, every day. Um, with the threats or with trying to make you look like you're an idiot or whatever. Just like this genius chief handler here does. Now that was a sarcastic genius. I'm not I'm not implying that he's anywhere near a stable genius. All of it. Yeah, sure. Um, let me ask you this, Chief. How can you record schizophrenia? You can record B2K, but I don't think you can record schizophrenia. Sure it is. Put a put a dot in between the 1 and the 3, or maybe between the 3 and the 8, and you'll probably have something there. Now, I don't, oh, that's a good point. Um, we know you're a real tip, not talking about you. Even, even though this person right here that I put the comment up is a real person, he's not a decent one. Um, you are, and you are, but that isn't. I mean, I would not associate with anyone that tried to come up with this superior shit. Huh? My wife says, and yet I am. You know, um, she's probably right. She said, why don't I just let them run the show? Well, he's not running anything. He's running his name into the ground. I'm helping. um, but anyway, I wasn't really planning on talking about. Hello, TI News. Um, it's a very far cry from an empathetic individual, that's for sure. Um, but so as I saw your last video, TI News, about with the plugging of other TIs, and you actually did show the map. People talked about how they add themselves to the list, and you don't even have to look. It's just like they're basically all encompassing on the map, except for places like China and Russia. And you showed out Alaska has one person claiming that they're being targeted there. But um, but like I said, China and Russia don't have it. They don't have. If you looked at that map, there's, you know, statistically speaking, as far as how many people exist in those two countries, that targeted individuals don't seem to exist there, or at least ones that will talk about it. Yay, gas went down 10 cents. Yay. Um, unfortunately, yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, well, that may be true, but um, like 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 TI News was showing, that you can look at that map, and as far as the map goes, where, you know, targeted individuals will add themselves, to their location on that map, and there's like maybe 3 in China and 1 or 2 in Russia that have added themselves to the map, but pretty much everywhere else is inundated. There's, not really a spot on the map where there isn't someone. I mean, except for like he showed, there's 1 in Alaska, but Alaska is a pretty big place, and there's not a lot of population there. So, but yeah, TI News, he is here, but I'm not gonna make this show about him. I'm not gonna give him that much credit. He doesn't deserve it. Um, uh, like I said, I didn't really have anything planned to talk about with the gang stalking or whatever. I was going to sit here and play guitar for a while, but got bored with that and decided to talk for a little bit. It's my birthday tomorrow. Yay. I'm 55 tomorrow. Yeah. Well, I'm not sure about that either. I don't care either way, that whether it is or not. Yep. 56. Yeah, we're old guys. We're the old men now, Ace. We're the old men now, Ace. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Have a big chocolate cake. I've already ate almost half of it. It's not even the day yet, and we've already ate almost half of it. Yeah, well, you shouldn't. You know, you're not that. You're not. You're not. You're you're not. You're not that old yet. 56 is not ancient yet. Feels like it though, doesn't it? I'm sorry. um, I haven't really tried to make a big deal out of my age. Speaking of homeless, there are 17 million empty and vacant homes in America that have been empty and vacant for quite a long time, a length of time. And just let's say in California alone, right, there's 176,000 homeless people, right? And there's over a million and a half homes that have sat empty for a few years now. Now, these people that own these homes still have to pay, property taxes on them, and with no one living in them, and maintaining them, so they're getting dusty, or they're having weather damage, whatever. um it, I don't know how they could do it, but with some sort of government intervention, not unlike squatting, but something in a sense to where to help the owner of these homes and the homeless people at the same time, by um should the homeless person say, okay, well, I can move in this house and pay the property taxes and maintain it, and pay you X amount of dollars or whatever, or have a government subsidy or whatever to help, and in effect end homelessness, just end homelessness world, I mean, like, nationwide, with some sort of program. But as it is, those 17 million homes are not going to do anything but say remain boarded up, or have no occupant, and they're they're not increasing in value because they're not being maintained. If anything, they're getting dilapidated from just sitting there. Yeah. uh, yeah. um, but pertaining to something like that, what I'm proposing would end any need for that, and it would help. Like I said, it would help the homeowner that has this home that's been vacant for 5 years, and that's what I'm saying. There's homes that have been vacant for a number of years, and there's there's no intent to put an occupant in them. But the way COVID has decimated a lot of people's lives, there's going to be a lot more homeless people before this is over, because you know people losing their jobs and can't afford to live anywhere anymore, because they're going to be evicted when this moratorium is over, because they don't have the money to pay for it. So there's going to be 80 million more homeless people, families, people, whatever. But um, I don't see I don't see anything good happening after the moratorium ends. Well, it's the same pretty much everywhere, right? Like you say, rent there is too high. It's $1,500 a month for a one bedroom. Um, that's California for you. I mean, even here in Los Angeles area, um, a studio apartment, that's just one room with maybe a kitchen attached and a bathroom. You know, can cost that much. You're just saying right there. So, um, not gonna. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. You're not talking about, oh, it's got vaulted ceilings and skylights and utilities covered and stuff like that. It's just a probably a whole an apartment that's been there since the 70s or 80s, and they want $1,500 a month for it. but you can't stop it. We can't stop it. Well, there you go, $1,000 a month for just a decent room. But when you talk about let's say a motel, you ever that's the minimum right there. That $900 is the minimum a month you're going to pay to stay at a motel. It's going to be more like $1,500 if you're lucky. It's probably more like 3,000, right? Well, you say they have your phone tapped. You need to get rid of it. Um, I will tell you, it isn't going to make a difference if they've got that one tabbed. You know, if they've got this, if they've got the phone you have now tapped, the next one you get, they're going to tap it too. Um, I, I will say they don't need to tap our phones and our computers and whatever. They tap us. They tap your person. I know some people argue the fact, but the research I've done and the capabilities of the technology, even in the 70s and 80s, was capable of that. And as the way the technology exponentially gets better and more advanced, it's a lot easier for them to do so. And with the advent of supercomputers and AI, um, they they can watch millions of people at once with one D-Wave machine, with one D-Wave computer. It can keep tabs on uh, several million people. So um, logically speaking, they could be watching every single person on the planet without their knowledge. Well, that isn't going to do you any good. I understand you can be scared, but it isn't going to help you to be scared. You understand what I mean? Um, yeah, um, that's horrible. Um, it's horrible that they try to affect your relationships like that. Um, um, that they try to manipulate you and your significant other like that. Um, yeah, if you were scared in the beginning, you're not anymore, are you? It's just like you're desensitized to the worry about it. Um, I I I personally haven't ever really been scared. I've been more annoyed and um, angry than afraid of any of it. Afraid of them, afraid of what they can do. Um, that's basically why I do all the research I do to maybe spread awareness to people other than TIs and gang stalkers, if there are any left. if there are people that actually don't know about it, that's another issue I have with it. when you do bring it up to someone, they're like, "Oh, I've never heard of that," but the look on their face isn't that of someone that hasn't heard of it. It's the look of someone that doesn't want to talk about it. 20 computers. That's a lot of computers. That's a lot of computers that I've went through that have all been hacked. This laptop I use right now, they hacked it once, and I let it sit for several months in the closet. Didn't have internet, couldn't afford internet at the time, and I just let it sit there. But I bought a tablet, and after we got internet again, I got internet again, and I got the tablet to use with it, but I never connected it to any of my accounts or anything like that. But since I got my laptop fixed again, I don't use that tablet on the internet whatsoever. It never gets connected to it because I'm basically using it to store recorded V2K files that I use it to record, um, and that's basically what I'm doing with that. But um, uh, if you've listened to any of the recordings I have, you can tell that everything they say or do on there is most for the most part repetitive, the the same crap over and over, um, with just the harassment, the threats, and the demeaning behavior, and just like you showed the impressions, the one that the guy that said he does impressions. Gonna get you, we're getting you, it's over, it's over, it's over. I'm like, yeah, it's basically how it sounds over and over. Hey, you're done, it's over, we got you, it's over. I'm like, yeah, whatever. You don't have anything, you head up your ass. That's what you get at. Move, gonna go freeze in Alaska to try and get away. Um, I will say this, John. It doesn't matter if you move. It won't matter. You'll. There's a saying: the devil you know versus the devil you don't. You'll just move to another place and have a new devil to worry about that you don't even know who they are. I'll be right back. I have to go for a minute. Sorry, I apologize for the intermission. I had to go outside for a minute. It, if you're having like this is for John Heyman there. If you're really thinking, you're gonna need to move or whatever, I, um, I understand you're afraid of what they're gonna do. I'm sure. I'm sure they're threatening you and all kinds of stuff, right? And always talking about what they're gonna do to you and your family and that. And that's what you're afraid of, isn't it? Right? Um, I I personally think they're afraid to do any of that stuff to you in any kind of public manner or whatever. I I've been assaulted a couple times by them, but I, I think it's mainly just to do like you're talking about. You're afraid now because um, of what they're trying to do to you, and with all the surveillance and all the harassment and the following you around and always the same threats, I'm sure. But I, I don't know how to reassure you that. Oh shit! No, God damn it! No, cat. Um, as as it goes along, you're gonna they're gonna keep doing it. It's not. It. They're what I mean is they're not gonna leave you alone if you move. Um, other people have tried to move. Um, someone I haven't seen for a while. Her name's Amal. She lived in the U.S., tried to get away from them by going to the U.K., and they followed her there. And then she tried to get away from them again by going to Spain, and they followed her there. Now, I haven't seen any videos of her for a while. I kind of wonder if she's okay, um, but like I said, it's not gonna. If you're thinking it's gonna get better in a new place, is what I'm trying to say. It's not. Um, uh, I, I know that isn't comforting. I understand that's not a comforting thing, but it is the truth that they're not they're not going to stop targeting you because you move. If anything, it might make your targeting worse because you're not in a familiar area, if you understand what I mean. You're going to move away from your comfort zone, and you're going to have to be trying to start over again. And sorry. Yeah, see what he just says there, John? He says he moved 6 times. He moved 6 times. And they're still doing the same old nasty shit, right? TI News. The same old nasty shit. So it isn't going to matter where you move. Once they put us on this targeted list, regardless of who's behind it, government or whatever, corporations, I haven't been able to definitively find a source. Granted, a lot of them are involved. Okay, we know this, but they're everywhere. Like that map shows that TI News was showing. I've looked at that map before, and they're everywhere. They're not just in a couple places. This is a worldwide thing, and they're not going to stop doing it. I'm firmly of the opinion that they want 1984. They want an Orwellian society, and that's all they want. But I wish I could help you more. But I've been on here a while today, longer than I thought I was going to be. I'm going to I'm going to end this stream. Yeah, some days are worse than others. The weekends are always worse. For me, the weekends are always the worst. They wake you up at 4 in the morning screaming at you on V2K and doing the dream manipulation. But the weekends are always the worst. But seriously think about staying where you're at, because moving isn't going to help you at all. I'm just saying to you. But like he says right here, move 6 times, no luck. And I've heard of others moving and it doesn't change. They follow you and they're not going to, and if anything, it gets worse after you move, right? After you moved, it got worse again. But anyway, I'm gonna back out of this stream. I've did a few things. I'll wish you a happy Saturday wherever you're at. Might be Sunday where some of you are at, depending on where you are on the planet. And have a good afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your day, and thanks for coming out.